the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.
Hello, Lion Nation, and welcome into Week 7 of the Prattville Lions Football Review. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by our head coach, J.B. Wallace, looking back on Friday night's huge win in Enterprise, 42-26 over the Wildcats. And, Coach, congratulations. That was a regional game that we knew we had to have. They knew they had to have. They brought their best game. We brought our best game, and what a show.
Man, yeah, it was definitely one we had to have, and I was proud of our guys being able to take it on the road and handle all the things that go on with traveling. When you're going on a away game and be able to perform the way we did. We got off to a fast start, so that was something that I was very excited about because the last couple of weeks I feel like we kind of sputtered the start. And we finished strong. We kind of sputtered the start, and so we started fast this week, so I was proud of that.
Enterprise, a great facility down there. They put on a great pregame show. They get everybody fired up to a razor's edge at kickoff, and then you come out, like you said, fast start, 3 straight drives, 21 zip out of the gate.
Yeah, and hats off to the offense. That's one of the goals, to be able to score the opening drive. They did that. Offensive line, they played extremely well all game. I think we only had one pre-snap penalty, which was offsides. Offensively, 6 different receivers touched the ball again. KJ Blue had a huge night. Cam Shanks had a good night. All our receivers played well. I'm going to say something about the receivers, them blocking on the perimeter.
Yes.
They blocked their tails off, and I was proud of them for that. And they take pride in that, and it's starting to show on film. But to get off to that fast start, 21-0, that was huge, and I think that was helping us sustain the finish the way we did.
You say every week, Coach, somebody's going to step up and be the hero tonight. Mm-hmm. It's going to be somebody different every week. And it's been somebody different every week to step up and have that breakout game that we know they're capable of. And we saw that on the field Friday night. And like Donovan Arrington had a huge game. Luke Gordon had a breakout game. Mm-hmm. And there was a host of others. I know there's some guys you want to brag on.
Yeah. All of those guys, Donovan Arrington, 90 yards rushing. I'll throw out Mario. Mario had another 127, over 100 yards, 100 yards. Now they had 127 yards. Cam Richardson had 88 yards rushing and 192 passing. Like you mentioned, Luke had his first varsity start, 14 tackles versus that type of offense, and they were high-powered. Man, I was proud of him for that. Zay Paris had a huge interception at the end of the game. A lot of those guys, man, play well. Tice Cottrey continues to bring that intensity up front. Mm-hmm. Of course, Sam Payne is going to be very consistent, going to play hard. He had a good night as well. So we had a lot of guys that do a lot of good things.
There certainly was, Coach. And we saw a high-powered offense, like you said. They had athletes all over the field. And it looked like you and your coaches put together a game plan that just was airtight.
Well, we saw some things on film, and like we spoke about, that running back that they had, number 7, they played him at receiver. He was better than advertised.
Mm-hmm. He was good.
Very talented athlete. So being able to try to bottle him up and then stop all the other things that they had going on. They had a long receiver that was very good. We had to figure out, how to contain him. And the running back, number 3, was very good as well. The quarterback was efficient in what he was doing. So there was a lot of moving parts to be able to corral their offense. So, the defensive staff, they did do a good job containing those guys. I knew going into the game, special teams was going to be huge. Them kicking that onside kick, watching them on film and being able to see them in person, I saw that their kicker was very talented. They had 2 different kickers, and they do a lot of different things with them, and we knew that. So we were preparing all week, for some type of quick kick or onside kick or pooch kick, and they got us with the onside, and we got to get that fixed. But, special teams came up huge for us again with Cam Shanks with the huge return on the punt return there. So we got some things we got to clean up on special teams, but overall not a bad effort at all. Just looking back at some of the things that we've improved on week, and I mentioned it earlier already, is just the offensive line's protection. The time they gave Cam Richardson to be able to get the ball downfield and deal the ball out to different guys. And there were times when there was a timeout call, and we're talking to the guys, and the receivers are asking, Coach, if you throw this is there. And it would not be plays down the field. It would be screen plays where they had to block. They're asking, so when your receiving core is asking, hey, if we do this, Coach, we can get it. That lets me know that they're feeling comfortable in the system, and they don't mind working for each other.
Exactly.
Team ball. That's team ball. So I was glad to see that, and to see Cam Rich, coming back and telling us, hey, Coach, they're biting on this. This is there. We can get this. Now he's starting to see the full picture, and he's playing the game within the game. So that shows growth. Our offense, it shows growth in our system and our scheme and all that.
It's starting to get a little scary.
Well, to some it may, but, we got tons of work to do. We got plenty of things we can improve on. We plan to improve on those things week in, week out, especially this huge week coming up.
And, Coach, this win was a must-have, and it put us right back in the thick of a regional hunt. And I know that's something that you'd stressed this week, and it's something that we had to have, and it's got to feel good to be back in contention now.
Oh, yeah. We talked about being where our feet are, not looking down the line at any games we got coming up. We have to be where we are right now. We have to dominate where we are. And our guys really taking that, and they run with it. 1% better today to get better today for the game this week. But even before we play the game on Friday, we got to win Monday, we got to win Tuesday, we got to win Wednesday. And we had some things we had to iron out last week as a team, and we got them ironed out. They came back later in the week, and we had great practices to really wrap it up. So if we can just start the week off fast and do the little things right, I think some great days are ahead.
Absolutely, Coach. Big win at Enterprise Friday night, 42-26 over those Wildcats. Let's take a look at those game highlights.
And play action to Griffin. He wants to throw it. He's going to take a sack. He's down at the 31-yard line. Number 3, Tyrell Cowling on the sack. 1st and 10 Lions go from their own 29, and here's his gift to Parks up the middle. He's got a little room. He's in the open field. Parks 45-50. Parks in a foot race 40. Parks to the 35, down to the 32-yard line. It's a big run by Mario Parks. Rich from the shotgun, drops back to pass. Looking, now firing across the middle. He's got a man wide open, and it is caught. Touchdown, Cameron Shanks. White's going to give it up to Johnson, and he's wrapped up by Cottrey. Cottrey wrestles him down in the backfield. Griffin, flank to his right, drops back with a snap. He's under some pressure, and he's going to be swarmed under. Luke Gordon and Wendeldrick Rollinson on the speed rush. He'll be punting heels down around his 20-yard line. Shanks is hanging out around the 35. Good snap. It is away, and it's a line drive punt. Shanks fields at the 35-yard line and has some room. He's got room at the 40, 45, 50. Shanks on the move, 45, 40. It's a foot race, one man to beat. They're not going to get him. Shanks to the 10, and he's wrestled down at the 9-yard line. Richard's going to spread it out wide. 2 receivers to either side. Parks back there with him. He wants to pass. Lots of pressure set up. Inside to get to Shanks. Shanks makes the catch to the 5. Makes a man miss. What a move by Shanks down to the 1-yard line from the 1. Give to Parks. Parks in the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Prattville. At the Lions 43. Wildcats with the ball. White from the shotgun. Gives it up to Griffin. Griffin trying to bounce it outside. Mr. Cottrey meets him in the backfield and takes him to the ground on the Enterprise logo at the 45-yard line. And they're going to line up to go for it here. White from the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Gives it up to Griffin. Griffin trying to bounce to the outside. The Lions flush him out. There is a flag.
Got to hold
and he is pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. He's going to lose 2 yards. If it's a holding, it's Prattville ball.
Yeah, it's a hold. But you're soon going to find more.
You'll soon find 4 feet more. 1st and 10 they go from the 39. Lions with the ball. Rich going to keep it. Got a little room around the left side along the Enterprise boundary. Rich is on the move. Rich at the 40. Rich in the foot race at the 30. Cuts it back to the middle. Rich still going at the 25. He's on his feet down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 Lions. 1st and 10 Lions from the Wildcat 23, trying to break this game wide open. They lead 14-zip and looking for more. Here's Rich to throw. He throws it complete to Shanks. Shanks turns the corner. Shanks to the 5, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. 2nd and 10 now, Wildcats from their own 41-yard line. White, 4 receiver set, 3 lined up on the far side, and Griffin's going to get that carry. No, White's going to keep it. He's going to be sacked.
Attaboy,
he's going to take the loss. Jadarius Fitz back at the 40-yard line. In the backfield, flanks him to the right. Richardson wants to pass, looking downfield, going across the middle. He's got it complete to KJ Blue. KJ Blue still on his feet, fighting off tackles, and he's free at the 50. KJ down to the 40-yard line along the Prattville boundary. Big gainer for KJ Blue. Rich from the shotgun. Drops back, he's going to keep it. Got a little hole, squirts through the 30. Richardson on his feet, 20. Cuts it back inside. Richardson down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Prattville. Here's Cam Richardson. Loading up the shotgun once again. 1 receiver split out far. That's Parker. He throws it to the near side. Got a man down there. And this ball, this time it's caught. Touchdown, Prattville. Clock continues to roll. Approaching 2 minutes now. Griffin gets the carry again, going outside. And then Sam Payne hawks him down from behind. Richardson gives to Arrington. Arrington has a little room across the middle. He's open. 45-40. Arrington on his feet. 35-30. Breaking tackles down to the 25-yard line. Donovan Arrington on a big run. And here is
There it is.
Richardson's going to keep it. He's got room. Richardson 50. Richardson got 1 man to beat. Pulled down by the back of his jersey. Ball comes loose, and Parker falls on it. One, and they just do get it off. Richardson throws a fade to the end zone looking for Parker, and Parker has it. Parker pulls it down. Touchdown, Prattville. Here is White on a give to Griffin. Griffin up the middle. He has dropped Luke Gordon again. Luke Gordon again at the line of scrimmage, and he is having a career night. Richardson gives it up to Parks, and Parks has got open space. Parks 40, Parks 30. He's in a foot race to the 20. Look at the speed of Mario Parks down to the 12-yard line. Richardson, two-back set, gives to Parks. Parks trying to get to the outside, following a big block, and Parks goes in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville.
Your confidence level's got to be huge because nobody Nobody expected this to happen.
Nobody expected it, and there's got to be a message sent to all the South, 7A South, like the lines are real.
Coach, it's time now to announce our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. And when you look at the stat line from Friday night on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, it's hard to pick one. And this is a couple weeks in a row where it's been hard to pick one for you, and I'm glad it's not my job. So I'm gonna let you have it. Who is our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game?
Well, when we look at the stats and look at the play for the player of the game for this week we went to a young man that not only played well when the ball was in his hands, but he played when the ball was not in his hands, and huge blocks that he made all night, and being a team player all week. Then he came up and made some huge catches. But the one thing he did, we had a fumble that could have changed the dynamic of the game at the time, and he dove over a guy and went above and beyond to get that ball, to keep the ball in our possession. But that was great effort. But this week's Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game is Calvin Parker.
Calvin Parker. He did, Coach. The ball comes loose on a run by Cam Rich, a long run, and he gave up his body. He actually had to come out of the game because I guess he fell right on top of the ball.
Yeah.
And, what a gutsy play. And then the game gets close, 28-20, and then Cam throws it in the corner of the end zone. He goes in high points and pulls it down.
The definition of a team player. You look at the film all night, he's blocking for everybody. I mean, he's downfield blocking, landing on the line, and then he gets his opportunity to go up in the end zone to make a huge catch for us. Had 4 catches in all that night, just being consistent and things like that. But that extra effort that we talk about, follow the ball, chase the ball, he did that and came up huge, because if they get that ball back, now they have momentum. It could be a difficult outcome or different outcome. So hats off to Calvin Parker for that.
Absolutely. And those things like that fumble recovery, the blocks downfield, they don't show up in the stat line.
Right. They don't. But it don't go unnoticed. I'll tell you what else. Even the play on the offensive line don't show up in the stat line. So some of those guys had an opportunity as well. That had huge nights.
Absolutely. So we congratulate number 9, Calvin Parker, our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. Well, Coach, now it's time for one of our favorite sections of the show, always every week. It's time to go inside the Lions cage with a senior football player. And this week you selected Clayton Smith.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun with Clayton. Clayton is a dual sport athlete, football, baseball, great personality. He's very talented, and through history of having guys to play both, those guys always have a nose for the ball. They know how to high point the ball and all that, and he shows all those characteristics. So he will be inside the Lions cage today.
You're going to love him. Let's go inside the Lions cage with Clayton Smith.
Clayton Smith, wide receiver, class of 23.
You are now the proud owner of a food truck. What are you serving?
Probably anything off the Zaxby's menu.
Would you rather be able to fly 10 miles per hour or run 100 miles per hour?
Probably run 100 miles per hour.
Would you like to see the city of Prattville have a Major League Cricket franchise or have $50?
Cricket. I've never seen it before, so I'd probably enjoy watching it for one.
I'd take $50. $50.
You take. Wait, would it be like $50 for me?
Yeah, you get to have $50.
Oh, I'd take the $50.
What's your favorite uniform combination?
I really like the gray on gray.
Nice. Like the new stuff.
Oh yeah.
How early is too early for Christmas decorations?
Anything not in December.
All right. Let's see. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
My dad was telling me this weekend. Don't borrow trouble.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You can make enough of your own, right? How many days have you gone consecutively without showering? All-time record.
Oh man, probably like 3.
Hygienic. I like it. Who's your favorite teacher, K through 12, to this point, and why?
Oh shoot. I think her name was Miss Ferguson, 3rd grade math teacher. Yeah, she's good.
Everybody loves Miss Ferguson.
She was amazing.
Tia Ferguson's amazing.
Also there was Miss Lambert, 5th grade English. She was great.
If you're forced to sing karaoke, what is your go-to song?
Sweet Caroline.
All right. Classics. Do you have any superstitions about game day or any pregame rituals that you have to do?
Not really. There's a big one, like we don't split the poles. Everybody just walks in the same area, but other than that, I don't really have anything.
Do you have a go-to joke that you like to tell?
Not really. I just kind of say off the top of my head stuff.
What's your favorite one to tell?
I can't even think of one, to be honest.
How do you want the Lion Nation to remember you?
Nice. I don't like acting like I'm higher than everybody else because I play sport. I think everybody has a part.
All right, I like this guy. Can you impersonate any member of the coaching staff?
Coach Moncrief likes to say ball a lot. Like, ball.
All right. The GOAT.
Tom Brady.
Stanley Jensen.
I just think of that fountain on the center.
Snakes.
Don't like them.
Game day.
Dub.
TikTok.
Nice.
Halloween.
Spooky season.
Thanksgiving.
A lot of food.
Clowns.
Don't like them.
Dentist.
Don't like them.
Horses.
They say nay.
Yes. All right, on that note, it's time for the fight song. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hooray for Prattville. Hooray for Prattville. Someone's in the stands yelling hooray for Prattville. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who you gonna yell for? Prattville. That's who.
Woo! Hey, man.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's good. Well, Coach, this next week coming up is homecoming in the preferred community. It's homecoming week. Jeff Davis is coming to town, and lots of festivities to take part in. But hey, we got a football game.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun week for our students. It's going to be a fun week for the community. Homecoming, got a lot of classes coming back to celebrate, a lot of people, a lot of alumni. So we're excited to get all those people back to Prattville to see our game. But you're right, we do have a game to prepare for. We have a game to play. Homecoming is a whole lot better when you can take care of business on game night, and that's what the plan is.
These next 2 weeks, Coach, we're going against the Montgomery schools, and it's a source of pride for them. It's a source of pride for us as well. We want to beat these Montgomery schools every year, and they want to beat Prattville. So it doesn't matter really what the records are. They're going to come in. They're going to come into Stanley Jensen Friday. Jeff Davis. They're going to give us everything they got.
Oh yeah, and they always do. A lot of talent over there. A lot of guys, and looking at this week versus JD. I mean, you see the film, it jumps out at you. So definitely can't take them lightly, regardless of what the record says. They're a very good football team, very good athletes, and we have to contain those athletes this week.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, hey, good luck to you this week. Congratulations on the win against Enterprise, and we look forward to another win against Jeff Davis this coming Friday. And keep them focused.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
There it is. Well, kickoff next week, next Friday, except for 7 o'clock in the jungle, and we'll see you then. So for the Millser behind the camera and for head coach J.B. Wallace, I'm Will Barrett saying, as always, good night, God bless, and go Lions.
the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.